Nationally, 72% of young adults reported being cyberbullied in the school year. 83% of those cyberbullied said that it hurt their self-esteem. 20% of those cyberbullied said that think about suicide, and 1 in 10 attempt it. 4,500 adolescents and young adults commit suicide each year. Hello, my name is Mikey with Leap NYC, a student-based marketing agency here at the Fashion Institute of Technology. We are here with Gloria Jeter, a licensed social worker and counselor here in the FIT Counseling Center. She has over 10 years of experience working in mental health and suicide prevention in the school setting. We're also joined with Dr. Juhi Bhatt. She is the Assistant Dean of Student for Community Standards and Student Involvement. Dr. Bhatt received her EdD for Higher Education Administration from St. Peter's University. Her role here at FIT includes working on the overall implementation of community standards at the institution, serving as the chair of the Anti-Violence Educational Group, and she is a member of college's CARE team. So thank you guys for being here. And as you may know, we're going to be talking about cyberbullying, which is growing nationally here at FIT as well. So Gloria, what can you tell us about the difference between cyberbullying and traditional bullying?
Well, I think we're all familiar with the traditional in-person bullying, physical intimidation or violence, verbal insults, rumors floating in the hallways. But kids could go home and get away from it, or time would pass and incidences would be forgotten. With cyberbullying, what we're seeing is a more persistent, permanent nature of bullying, where these threats or posting of public information or photos last forever online and is very hard to get rid of. So I think it has a much more long-lasting effect on the person being targeted and can even threaten their future employment opportunities or personal relationships,
Absolutely. So in our introduction, we mentioned 4 statistics about cyberbullying, and personally I was pretty shocked when I learned about the amount of people that go through it in a year. So Dr. Bhatt, how do you feel as a professional when you hear these statistics, and how can we further prevent them?
Sure. I think it's alarming, but I think the piece that we have to keep in mind is about prevention and education to our community. So educating FIT students, staff, and faculty about what cyberbullying is and what it looks like, as well as making sure that all our students and community members know that they can be an upstander. So if you witness something, then to say something, and how can we safely intervene when situations like this occur?
Gloria?
I absolutely agree. I think awareness is key. Educating our community about the seriousness of cyberbullying and the effects that it can have on someone's mental health. It can lead to feelings of hopelessness and feeling alone. So I agree that the more that we can come together to protect one another, the better.
So Gloria, what does counseling services offer to victims of cyberbullying and bullying in general?
Well, we're available to all students who would like to speak with us. We offer confidential in-person counseling. We do individual therapy, group therapy. We have licensed social workers, psychologists, and psychiatrists who can help people, heal in the aftermath of a bullying incident.
Right. So Dr. Bhatt, what is the difference between reporting something directly to public safety rather than directly to counseling center?
So as Gloria mentioned, the Counseling Services Office is a confidential resource for students. And so unless there's a reason that a counselor needs to break confidentiality, whatever a student reports in that space stays within that space. And if a student wants the college to act on something, unless it's reported through a central source, public safety, where reports can be disseminated to the appropriate parties, the administrators would never know. And so students who are looking to speak to someone in private and have it be a safe space, counseling is a wonderful resource. But for students who are looking for the college to look into a matter and investigate a situation, it needs to go through the public safety office so that it gets to the right people.
Right. Thank you guys for explaining a little bit about your departments. It's very important that students understand who to turn to and when, and it will definitely help them. I'm sure you guys remember in 2010 at Rutgers, the Tyler Clemente case, in which his roommate secretly recorded him in an intimate relation with another man, and this unfortunately led to his suicide at the George Washington Bridge. So what are your thoughts about the consequences of cyberbullying in relation to this and in general? Gloria?
I think it's tragic. It's an example of how much it can hurt someone when they're targeted in this way, when they're exposed, when there's this permanent, lasting invasion of privacy on the internet. And I think, it could have been prevented, but I think he clearly felt very alone and trapped, and it's just very unfortunate.
Dr. Bott?
I think it's important to remember that everyone reacts to situations in a different way, and so making sure that students know about the appropriate resources on campus, such as counseling services, is important so that they're able to get the help that they may need.
Yeah. This case unfortunately shows the consequences of cyberbullying, very severe case. So do either of you have any success stories that you can share with us through confidentiality, of course, that could help inspire people to come forward when they handle this?
Absolutely. I mean, I've spoken with many students who endured cyberbullying and some severe cyberbullying in high school, for example, and then, talked about it here in counseling services and were able to get support and just heal from the trauma of it all. And they were able to endure it and are now thriving. So I think it shows that it's possible to get help and get through it.
Dr. Bott?
In the time that I've been working at various higher education institutions, in partnering with offices such as counseling services, I think we've been able to help a lot of students. Students who came and reported an incident, and we were able to refer them to the appropriate office to continue support and making sure that they were successful.
Very good. Well, thank you guys, Gloria, Dr. Bott, for being here and sharing your expertise with us. We at LEAP NYC completely believe that what you're doing is going to inspire kids to come forward, and your work will further better our school. If you or anyone you know is dealing with cyberbullying, you are not alone. Below is a link to counseling services where you can get further information about seeking help. You don't need to suffer in silence. So thank you, Gloria and Dr. Bott, and this is Mikey with LEAP NYC at the Fashion Institute of Technology.